first don't think about how you can't do it. Start thinking about how you can do it.
It's about putting time into it. When you just starting your content right now, you are a baby at content.
I say let's not drop no more videos after this, because we don't want nobody else starting a brand. We don't want nobody else.
All right, this is the last video.
We don't want nobody else starting a brand, and we don't want nobody else like taking all of these marketing tactics and secrets that we have in this video and going to use it for themselves. So we're not making no more videos like that.
When you say marketing, you don't know what it is. Online, social media, making videos, like what is marketing? So like, can you give me the definition of what marketing to be to you, bro?
In this video, you are about to learn everything that you need to know about marketing your brand, and that's online and in person. Two of the biggest ways that we was able to build a multi-million-dollar successful brand is because we did these two exact things that we're going to break down very, very detailed in this video, and exactly what we did to accomplish what we are doing right now. And what I want you to do is pretty much steal every tactic that we're about to share and even rewatch this video so you can actually grasp all of these ideas and all of these strategies that we are about to share in this one video.
Yep. Hey, before we get started, I just want to already let y'all know this one's going to be lengthy. But we specifically wanted to do that because we wanted to go into thorough detail just with like our experiences when growing our brand and marketing our brand, and what you really need to be understanding in 2025 and with growing your brand and your product, any product online. The concepts that we teaching and that we talking about are going to be able to cover that. So this podcast is going to go way beyond just a clothing brand. Specifically, if somebody watching this and they wanted to start a watch brand online, if a barber wanted to start selling stuff online to his clients, you're going to be able to watch this video from start to finish and have an actual plan to go out and execute and make multi-million dollars, specifically online and in person.
Yeah, and don't think that when you watch this, $1 million going to instantly pop up into your bank account. You have to actually do exactly what we're telling you to do. And all I want you to do is get one of these things done a day. And once you wake up in the next 6 months or the next year, you're going to see how far your brand have came, right? If you're watching this video, we're not trying to sell you anything. However, if you do want to work closer with me and Marlon on building your brand, just go to the description and they'll have an opportunity where you can fill out the application and see if we'll be a good fit to work with you and see if you'll be a good fit to work with us. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump straight into this video.
Yeah, honestly, straight into it, because I feel like even the concept marketing is just like broad overall, like just confusing to people. People, when you say marketing, you don't know what it is. Online, social media, making videos, like what is marketing? So like, can you give me the definition of what marketing to be to you, bro?
I love that question. So if you don't know anything about marketing or you feel like you're struggling with marketing, this is going to be the perfect information for you. And to be honest with you, if you ask 10 people in the room what is marketing, they all probably going to give you different answers. So it's like my whole ideology of marketing is like pretty much everybody have their own framework, or everybody have their own specific things that they focus on with their marketing. So like marketing could be something as simple as the packaging of your product, right? Because that's a way that people indulge more into the company, become more of a fan of the brand with just that one thing. But I would say marketing is multiple things, but the main thing that I think about when it comes down to marketing is really allowing your customers to see the end goal, like before they actually even execute the purchase or the buy or sign up for whatever you're selling. Like they have to see themselves like actually in the space of either, saying, man, this product will look great in my room, or man, this information that they're sharing with me, I need to go to the next level because I feel like it could help me. So I think that, when it comes down to marketing, it's just allowing you to, show your customer, like, what's going to happen after you get this product, or what problem are you exactly solving. If I went on Amazon and I wanted to purchase furniture in any sort, it'll show furniture online. It'll show videos, how the furniture look. It'll show, how big something can be inside of that furniture space. Whatever it is, it's going to show me everything that I need to know so I can know if this is the actual problem, that I'm having and it's being solved with this product or this service. Right. So, and like we talk about it, we're building our brand in person and online. It's two forms of different ways that you can actually execute sales and market your brand. The same thing that you do online is pretty much not going to be the same thing that you do in person. The same thing that you do in person is not going to be the same thing that you do online. So specifically for this, if you have a product, I want to even, break down, the difference between those two. Is like you can go out and start a store, don't even have an online site, don't have nothing online, but because it's foot traffic and it's people that's gonna be coming in that area, you can actually make sales in that area. You can actually market your brand in that area. But when it comes to online, you could pretty much market your brand across the whole entire world. You could be in the middle of nowhere and still be able to market your product to somebody all the way across the world. But it's different strategies and it's different ways you could go about marketing your brand in those spaces.
Yep. And I think just like tying it all together, like my ideal is just like taking your brand concept and allowing like other people to identify with that through different mediums that's out here. And as like time evolved, those mediums changed. Like before, it might have been radio, it might have been newspaper, it might have been blogs, it might have been magazines. But now we may see it might be Instagram, it might be YouTube, it might be TikTok. So it's using those channels, but ultimately being able to gravitate people, to your idea, and what I mean by idea, I'm saying your concept or your messaging that's going to now attach them and say, okay, I want to go and purchase that, not just because sometimes it may give me status, but because it may solve a problem of pain, where it may solve a problem of advancing, where it may solve a problem of access. So, like marketing is really used to pretty much show you what, like you were saying, pretty much show you what the results going to be that you're going to receive from this product or service that you're getting.
So pretty much a presentation and then get you to buy. That's marketing.
Correct. And it is crazy because like
that's exactly what it is.
It's going to be subjective. Marketing is subjective to anybody. All right, but I got this one sentence on what marketing is. Wrapping all that up in one sentence.
I think I just said it. I'm going to be straightforward. It's a presentation that allows you to, accept or reject what they trying to sell you. So
Gotcha.
if the presentation is nice and it fits everything that you need, they going to buy it. But if the presentation, is nice but it doesn't fit everything that you need, they ain't going to buy it. So marketing is a way to allow people to buy something pretty much. Well, I'm just gonna make it that simple because yeah, it's forms of marketing that allows you to sell even more when you trying not to actually sell them. So we're gonna get into that. But man, marketing is a way to just make sales and make an enormous amount of sales, to be honest with you.
They're gonna really get a different opportunity to see like our creativity within even this video itself. Like we're gonna have different questions. We're gonna play a few games to really just see like what creativity, how much more push can you actually get. So we're gonna actually see like with us being even more creative within this video, like how much push and marketing we could get by making this video itself. So pretty much just wrapping up what you said in a nutshell, I really just want to transition to the next thing because this is going to be a lengthy video. We got games. We got a whole lot of questions that's going to cover specifically marketing your brand online and in person. So just so y'all stand on the same page with us, the questions that we're going to be asking each other specifically right now are going to be about questions on marketing your brand online. So, I know online is a very big thing right now in 2025. Like, what would you say is like where people should be prioritizing their time on what social media platform and doing what?
I think it's gonna actually be like what you have time for. Like if you're somebody who's starting a business and you just like, I just want to have my business on the side because I got a great career. That's just really not gonna be a crazy huge business because you not investing, your time, your energy into it. So I would say like every platform has its benefits, but you gotta realize how much time do you have to actually focus on that platform. So if I was just not starting like with the information that I know right now, like as in, everything that we was able to do, I start on YouTube because like even if it's a clothing brand, like even if like I would just make YouTube videos about building my brand. Right? It don't have to be informational videos. It don't have to be educational videos or trying to sell them something other than your product. It could literally be you, like showing them the journey of you building your brand from when you do your first pop-up shop to doing your second pop-up shop to making your first sale, like taking them from step one all the way up into like growing your business and making it a huge, huge brand. I would say straight start with YouTube because you could pretty much, it's hard, like it's very, very hard, but you could build a cult like following, and you could literally have people buying from you all the time. Now, you know, if you somebody who don't really have much time, it'll be more of like a TikTok or Instagram, obviously. Like that's just the biggest three: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Um, I would start personally on YouTube, but if I had to recommend a beginner, I have them starting on Instagram or TikTok, which is gonna be what pretty much a lot of people is on, and a lot of people spending a lot of their time and their energy and their focus into those platforms. So you have an opportunity every day to go viral. Now it is more and more people producing content, so it gets competitive, but you gotta find one piece of content that you could pretty much just keep on recycling and remaking. If you go to certain platforms or certain TikTok pages, you will see some of the covers of all of the videos and the images is pretty much the same. They just give different context in each post that they do. So really, I mean, you can't go wrong with starting on Instagram and TikTok. Really, all of your posts that you put on TikTok, you can put on Instagram. Same thing, all your Instagram posts you could put on TikTok. But I will say that you're gonna be bigger on one of the three. Like you ain't gonna be big on all three. Like you could even go to some of the most famous YouTubers. Like as you know, whenever they get introduced, they like this is a famous YouTuber, not like this is a famous Instagrammer. But then for the TikTok people, it's the same. It's not this is a famous YouTuber, this is a famous TikToker, pretty much. So you gonna have one that's gonna explode more than the other, and that's fine. You really want to have that one that's super huge, and then you using the other ones to pretty much capture all that attention that you wouldn't be able to capture with the one that's going crazy. So people that watch YouTube videos, it's gonna be a different audience. People that watch your TikTok is gonna be a different audience, and you're gonna have people that overlap into all of those spaces. But in reality, like each platform serves a different purpose. Like YouTube, I will be producing long content. Like this would be over 10-minute videos of like day in the lives and showing how it is to build a brand. And then I'll be pulling like a lot of that content and story content to just, you know, post on social media, or even testing out different posts on social media. But like once again, you showing it on YouTube, and then you pretty much grabbing your Instagram content, throwing it on TikTok. Like we couldn't get to the YouTube platform until we killed it on those other social medias, because you're gonna start to build a skill. Like your skill set gonna start to become better at knowing how to create content. So if I got good at posting, you know, 30-second TikToks, and I'm understanding like, you know, hooks, story to get people to relate, and then call to action at the end to get people to do something that I want them to do, like I'm understanding like that's what the whole YouTube video needs to be as well. At the end of the day, you still need a hook. You still need story-based content to allow people to become more attached to, you know, your story and putting themselves in your shoes as well. Story put a lot of people in your own shoes so they can actually see like, damn, okay, I was in the same position and look how they was able to go through it. And then at the end, you know, or not even at the end, throughout the video, you could tell them things to do. You know, you may ask them to comment on the video and say, hey, tell me what you think about this. But all of it is the same. It's just like you really just got to choose the platform that best fits you and your time.
Kind of really just getting into the next thing I had was really talking them through like one of our successful campaigns and like what really make it, like what do we determine like or what makes a campaign successful, like what are the things that we may be looking at, and then like what may be one of the recent campaigns that we ran that we, you know, was like, oh damn, that was pretty straight.
Yeah, I say like for one, a successful campaign gonna be measured by your goals, because I can't just say, oh, it was successful because we got, you know, 5,000 people to buy from us. Like, you know, it's really based on their brand and it's based on their audience. And campaigns could be multiple things. It could be something that you just come up with, like as in the Super Bowl was coming up, and I always think about a Super Bowl commercial, you know, for halftime. That could be a campaign. It could be around the product, or it could just be a commercial around the vision of the brand. It don't necessarily have to sell them something, but it could pretty much allow the customer to know more about the brand. And it don't have to be nothing that's super professional, but it could be one topic that you pretty much stick to for a long period of time, or it could be a topic that you release at a relevant time. So, you know, that what I would say as far as campaign. But one of our most successful campaigns, I would say, is when we did our Valentine's Day release, where it was like, it wasn't just the Valentine shirt or products, but it was pretty much like showing off a mini commercial of a guy getting a girl, flowers, and pretty much bringing them into a short skit or scene so people can grasp a different feeling around the product rather than just
April
I'm trying to
Fools.
just sell you something. April Fool was something where we played a trick on the customer.
Yep.
And I mean that I would say,
I mean
yeah, it's like
that's a
I don't,
that's a and that
because
was
it's
successful. Like,
for
I mean,
one day, you get what I mean? But like sometimes you could really stick to something for a long period of time.
yep.
So like a campaign on how we talked about when we wanted to gain a lot of emails and phone numbers, we would say we're gonna give one of our lucky customers, World Envision, free for a year, but you gotta sign up. But we could run that whole campaign for a whole year.
Gotcha. So
Right?
you would be saying like campaigns in this sake may be something that's for longevity terms. A strategy.
It would be to execute a goal of whatever you're trying to do. So like whatever your goal is for your brand, on whatever you want to accomplish, now you can build a marketing campaign around trying to accomplish that. That's what I would say is a campaign.
Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
And I guess in my sake, adding on like some things that we do like measure to give them some tangible points. Like we did the drop yesterday when we was on the 3-day brand accelerator workshop, and they hearing the chings rolling in like ching 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 ching, and they looking like we just sent out an email and text, free slides, free chains. I feel like that day when it was 800 orders on that, we looked at the conversion rate. So we checking out conversion rate. That could be a key indicator on is a campaign successful, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna start looking at conversion rate, first time customers versus returning customers, how many orders you got, what was the order value, and then you're gonna start like breaking that down and saying, okay, like when we did this campaign for a month, we got these numbers, we hit these numbers in conversion. And then when we did this for this month, we got this. So now we could determine like, okay, we should probably be putting out money or making sure we do this for next year. And then if it's in sending out a campaign text, you could have that data to determine like, dang, because I'm pretty sure it's text that we go back from last year,
No, I got you.
this year, put it back in the vault, recycle it, and we have those same results. And because your list may have grown, now you're going to be able to see, okay, with this same text, is it really doing better or did it not perform? And once again, like those things was, checking your conversion rate, website views, first-time customers, returning customers, average order value, and like that's going to be like your little scoreboard.
Yeah, and I would say that definitely was a campaign, that definitely was a successful campaign. And to even think about it like that, the goal before I even did it was really because we was having order problems during the holiday. Like holiday time come, like it's way more orders, so you gotta try to hire more people, and it just get chaotic. So we had a huge order delay, and pretty much the whole goal of that campaign was to give away something for free to pretty much get them back in the spirit of buying. Because what's about to happen is, if you give away something for free, you're gonna have a whole bunch of orders. Like we pretty much broke even on the shipping. But what's happening right now is we
putting a good taste in their mouth.
Correct. We want them to experience a great experience. So we willing to release a product that's gonna allow, both of us to win as the customer. You get a free item, we get paid for shipping. Like is a win-win. Like they win, we win, because we not losing any money, but we at least getting to cover the shipping and the cost of the product, right? And then now that whole goal of that campaign, and it's done. It was executed great. And now we shipping out the order.
That some stuff that we do that, we call it fish. So it's probably stinking in the warehouse, and you can use that as a campaign or a leverage point to move product and get product out there.
So pretty much, if you holding on to merchandise, you can use that strategy to let that go and have people buying from you online. But I would say, all right, so we getting all these orders, and we having all these conversions, high conversion rate. We had 500 orders yesterday.
800.
Like how would 800 orders? Marlon had to correct me, but like how would you say? Obviously we sold things in person, but how would you say like the internet allowed us to do this, or in what ways can other people use the internet to pretty much gain 800 orders in a day? From people that never even met them before.
Transparently, we was already equipped and technology. Like we was making YouTube videos.
But what if somebody watching this and they not equipped? Well, you can't say we was equipped with technology. We was trying technology.
That's what I'm saying though. I'm just
Because it wasn't good videos.
we was already crafty online. Like we was already making stuff online.
We was trying online. That you ain't gonna say crafty because they're all the people that's watching this that's not crafty online. They gonna feel like they can't accomplish these same things.
We might have to put some of those bad.
It was bad videos, but we was trying. We was trying to do YouTube. We was trying to do Instagram.
At a very young age, like, and you know, people that's watching this video still may not be realizing that, like, we started when we was 13 and 14. So we talking right now from 10 plus years of actually like making content online, selling our product, putting our brand out there. So you really getting us from when we talking in these videos, you getting us from a different perspective. And that's why I was saying I wanted to bring them to how we got here. Is because we was actually doing it, failing it, young, posting stuff, not getting views at all.
Your skill, exactly. You gotta give them
growing those skills, and we built up a trust over time of failing and getting better with our customers that we was able to now use this content to extract out of and have their emails and their phone numbers. And that was how, you know, we are able to send a mass amount of people to our website at one time. So if you really just starting right now, what you just need to realize specifically online, like it's about putting time into it. You know, that's the whole moral of the story I'm sharing. Like we've been building out content for years. So like when you just starting your content right now, you are a baby at content.
But what's content?
In your mind,
what is content?
Content is gonna be being able to like distribute out your message through photos, through videos, through audio. And if you could do it all three at once, so be it. That may be even greater. So that's content. Now, like how you put out content, you know, is what you really gonna need to get better on. Because no matter how you slicing and dicing, you making content. When you go and take the picture of the family at the family reunion, when you take the pictures of the videos at the proms, like everybody's already making content, whether they know it or not. But it's about the skill sets on how you gonna distribute that content on these different platforms that's gonna determine like how much reach you get, how many people see it, is this a good video or not.
So, all right, I'm starting at ground zero, and I want to make content because I know content is going to explode my brand. I'm at ground zero, though. Like, right now, you at level 10.
Gotcha.
I'm at level 0. Like, what should I do today that I can actually start getting better at content? Should I go follow content trends? Should I go copy somebody else's video? Should I go, like, what should I do? Should I go online on ChatGPT and ask for prompts? Like, what should I do?
Good. I'll give you 3 things. That way we actually have some actionable stuff. First thing is like just start making whatever you think creatively like works for your brand already. Nobody else ideas, nobody else thoughts. Like whatever you feel like is creative way to put out something for your brand, literally just go do it, start making it. You create your own trends in this sense. Okay. Now, secondly, what I want you to do from there is I want you to also go out and like you said and go look at other people that's in your niche. Go look at other content creators that they may not even sell the same product with you, but how they're presenting what they are selling may gravitate you as a customer. And then what you're going to do from there is figure out how you can integrate what they doing to what you actually doing. So you're going to have your own style, and then you're going to have styles of other people that's maybe already working or successful. And you're going to now figure out, okay, my videos, I'm cutting them at 5 and 4 seconds. They cutting them at 0.5 seconds, 1 second. Okay, let me change how I'm editing my videos within my content. So then you're gonna make that one change. And once you are putting out this content consistently, the last thing you're gonna do is analyze the data. Okay, this video got 100 views more. This picture got 100 likes more. This is what they like. Now let me keep everything else the same and maybe change one thing. You talked about it earlier. It might be the hook. Maybe it's the call to action. Maybe it's what you like. Maybe it's the scenery that you have, because what we realize is just like once you have that same script, we started with 12 shirts and $120. We could use those same lines because that was the winning lines. Now it just may be the graphics that change, but that video gonna still continue to, do great because we are continuing to add winning things on it. Now we got winning audio. Now we got winning content behind it. Now we may add a winning hook. Now the content is going to eventually start to perform the best way that it can.
So what type of content besides the content that we're making right now, what's one piece of content that when you leave this video, you could go make right now for your brand, World and Vision? Putting you on the spot.
Yeah, you could go make the process on how
what would you make?
Like if I had to leave right now and make content.
Yeah, you just taught them how to make content.
But just getting started.
Correct.
I do a day in the life. Like, so I mean, I would literally.
But what would be the hook on a day in the life? Because a day in the life is a day in the life. But what would you hook them in with? Because we just talked about hooks. Would it be a day in the life showing them how you make product? Would it be a day in the life showing them how you prepared, to work on your brand? Would it be in a day in the life showing people that, damn, you could really run $1 million brand with only spending an hour time of your day? Yeah. Like, what would be the hooked in part of?
I mean, our hooks are, day in the life of $1 million brand owner. Like, that's like a lot of what we already been sharing and what we already been building. And so a lot of people already know that we started our brand with $120 and 12 shirts and turned it into a multi-million-dollar business. So I would just continue to hone in on what's already being promoted for my brand, so that way those same concepts can stick.
Yeah. Once you start making over $100,000 a month, like, and you start making millions of dollars a year, you could pretty much get in that next niche that a lot of people not really in. We're making content, and it is being a day in the life of $1 million brand owner, which is a lot of people definitely want to watch. Now, if you're not at that level yet, like pretty much still what we was doing, and we was already making content just at the crib of just the brand itself, of us actually showing how we was building the brand. Because the most valuable content that's gonna work with your millionaire brand owner content is gonna be the in the trenches content. Not only is we telling them that we started our brand with $120 and 12 shirts, but we got videos of us in the apartment. And the best part about it was from our phone. It was straight raw, unedited, uncut videos, and those really is the most powerful thing that complements to this next stage of the story. But the beginning of the story came from really us being in an apartment and just making videos straight from there, which is pretty cool when you first getting your brand started. It's cool to have a bookshelf stacked with shirts when you first getting your brand started. Like, it's cool to have drawers, of your clothes when you first getting your brand started. So don't think that, like, you gotta be something that you're not. Pretty much. Like, you can start where you are. I always tell people my favorite type of content to make when you first starting a brand is day one of me starting a brand. I'm about to make a video every single day until I reach $100,000 a month. Or I'm about to make a video every day until I reach $10,000 a month. And you really could go the whole year and make a video. And let's just say you don't want to work on the brand that day. You could literally tell people, man, it's day 36 of me working on my brand, and I really just need a break today. So I appreciate y'all for following up into this point. But today I'm resting. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Like, you could literally be super transparent, like, with you building your brand, and that's going to allow people to start connecting with you. And if you're not a person where, you want to show your face or all be on the camera, still try to be that person that's able to tell stories. Because I don't know if you've been seeing now, they got those meta glasses where, like, you could pretty much, like, record your kind of like that first person point of view. So people technically don't have to look at you, but you could show them what you're doing, and you could give them an overview story of, like, that perspective.
And you said something about stealing, because that's what a lot of copycatting is going on with content. So I would be asking, like, should people really be, like, staying on trends to grow their brand, or, like, should they really be trying to create their own trends when creating content?
I think the only trends that you should follow is the trend in like hooks and titles, like, or like how people reel people inside of a video. So, like, I don't think that is like stealing either. I think that, like, people that's watching this content, their brains have similar ways that they grasp, this content or stay on, on watching this one video. So I think is a bunch of hooks that people pretty much just recycling that you could use for your brand. So don't think about it as it's stealing. The same thing that I just shared with you about, man, this day one of me building $1 million brand and you make a video every single day, like everybody could do that. But the thing that's gonna make it different is gonna be like everybody has their own unique day that they have going. Everybody have their own unique brand that they actually growing. Everybody have their own unique style of how they want to do stuff. But that's not necessarily like somebody stealing, but that is something that's working that you don't have to go too far away from, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Like you don't have to try to make something that, that's new that never have been done before. Like use the same hooks that other people are using. And if you want to call it stealing the hooks, call it that. But I don't really, like, it's even with, YouTube, like, is titles and thumbnails that people, creators pretty much use and recycle and try and, like, everybody learning. So we all taking a little bit of something that's working and we trying to put it together. Like, if it has a result that you're looking for, 9 times out of 10, all you got to do is reverse engineer exactly what you're seeing and it'll work, right? So if you see this one piece of content got 2 million views, like all you got to do is like watch it for the why it got the 2 million views rather than watching it for, as you are a, consumer of the content. You watching it as a producer to produce another piece of content. So watch the video as a producer and see exactly how they produced it, reverse engineer that, and just go with your move on, that part of the content creation piece. Now, I know we're talking about the content part, but what you think about as far as like merchandise or product? Like, should people like find products that's already trending to be able to sell? Like, so we got the content piece, but how do we actually have products that sell online? So should you go find something that's already booming?
If you just getting started, I think you probably should be creating that, probably trying to create that trend or find a trend way ahead of time, not like the trend that's already here. Because what happened is, and why I say that is, most brands that succeed have that winning product that they identified that people come to them for specifically. So it's like with, Patagonia, you go and get a good jacket. Ralph Lauren, you go and get a good polo. And they still have other stuff inside their catalog that's on trend, but their brand is still well known for having a specific product that people go to them for every single time, and that's their home run hitting winning design. So I would be saying figuring out what that SKU is for you that's gonna be able to be what we call a classic, timeless. Like you're gonna be able to move this for forever, but you still staying true to what the core of your brand really is, instead of veering off in so many different areas just because something become hot or trendy. And it's kind of getting us back into our next segment where we're gonna go into a game. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have I got a notebook. I got notebooks for you. What we're gonna do is have a SWOT analysis on our marketing right now, and we're gonna just take 5 minutes to do that, and then we're gonna come back on the video and we're gonna share that with them and talk about some of those results. All right, 5 minutes just got wrapped up. We was able to identify a few strengths, weaknesses, threats, and opportunities within our marketing. So some strengths that I had was like we know what good content looks like. And I would say we have a strong brand message. Like that's one of the strengths of our marketing. Like we able to actually put out good content because we know what good content look like. And some people could tell when it's a business that's just getting started versus like, oh, dang, this business actually know what they're doing. And then with being able to put out good content, like our brand and our messages is very strong through our content. People know that we about trusting in your vision. People know that we started with 12 shirts and $120. So I think that we do a good job with that. All right, weaknesses. I got sometimes we could be perfectionists. And like I think that prohibit us from putting out a lot of more content that we probably could test on because it got to be, look good and professional. We in Ruston, Louisiana, as everybody know, but we work with a lot of content creators and photographers and videographers in other areas, which we do get great content. But it would be great sometime to be able to work with people right in your own backyard. Opportunities, I have that. We have a community of growing people that already know about us already. So like that's our biggest opportunity. Like we not starting from ground zero. Like we actually already have a ball that we pushing up. Now all we need to do is find another way to explode that ball around the whole world. And then I say more partnerships and collaborations could be opportunity. Like the more we talk about when a college athlete get drafted to the NFL, they automatically famous. Why? Because their brand is attached to the NFL. So the more that we can attach our brand to higher brands and bigger brands and brands that have more trust, we're going to be able to grow our marketing with them. Threats. It's going to be new brands starting every day. Like, we make these videos, we give y'all high-level information, and people are starting brands and making money online. Not saying that that's going to short us, but at the end of the day, it is only a market cap. Lastly, like, other people being creative than we can be, like, is a threat. Sometimes we find ourselves not being as creative as we can be because we running a business day in and day out in multiple businesses. And in this next day and age and in this new time, I feel like creativity is what's really going to win.
I say let's not drop no more videos after this, because we don't want nobody else starting a brand. We don't want
like
nobody
that.
else.
All right, this the last video, yo.
We don't want
This
nobody else starting
video.
a brand, and we don't want nobody else like taking all of these marketing tactics and secrets that we have in this video and go and use it for themselves. So we're not making no more videos like this. All right, so sorry, y'all. All right. So what the one thing that I want to clarify in this, which I know is not a right or wrong thing, but it's like certain answers could be chosen based off what you can or what you can't control.
Gotcha.
So that was a hard thing for me, because strengths is going to be we got 400,000 followers. That's something that we actually have control. We can go post right now in front of those people. Information, like no matter where we at in the world, no matter what happens, like we pretty much have information. And
lots of information.
Yeah, and as long as God protect our brains and we able to work fine and function and be functionable people, we'll be perfect with the information that we know. I say also the network of people that we know too. So one thing I like that we're able to do is create content and be in specific rooms that other people can't be in, but that allows them to be in the room through us. So it's certain people that we know that we could get in certain rooms. Like, and that's what we can control. We can control our relationships. That's our strengths. The weakness I say is like prices always change. So weaknesses is things that's out your control. Like price always gonna change. Like one day the price may be this, one day the price may be that. Like, so that's kind of like a weakness. Speed as well. So
I like that.
Speed is a weakness as well, because the fastest person to do something is probably gonna be the fastest person that gets to that destination, as long as they're doing it right. Time too, because like we only have a limited amount of time when we can work on the business, which also limits our time just on what we want to do in the future in general. So like time is a limited resource, so, and it's uncontrollable at times. But with the time that we do have, we can't control it to work on the business. So you got to move with speed. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, right?
Opportunity.
I kind of think that you went out of order, but opportunity is gonna be social media, because like social media allow anybody to get into the space and become famous pretty much, with consistency. We one post away. That's another opportunity. We one post away from like going viral and selling $1 million worth of that one item that go viral. Like we literally, like, as long as we put out content and keep producing, we always giving ourselves opportunity to have that one product away from pretty much having a 7-8 figure product just from that one thing. Connection as well. So with social media, you can connect to anybody in any place, pretty much. A threat I would say is like people copying us. So That's exactly why we're not gonna do no more marketing videos so people don't copy us. But the more that people like copy our strategies, the bigger they become. Like without them even knowing it, like we giving them stuff that it literally took us years to learn. I heard this quote is called "a decade in a day." So people being able to get a decade of knowledge within a couple of hours or a couple of minutes. And they really, some people really take it. They really don't take advantage of it, and they really don't think that we giving them game at certain times. When in reality, this the best game that you could get. Just saying. Uh, Another thing, another threat is social media as well, because like social media could be deleted at any time.
Yep.
Please.
Or you can start. Are they gonna start charging?
Please, social media guys. Please, social media guys. Watch out for us. Oh, Facebook ads too, either going up or going away. So if your Facebook ad price keep going up, like it's hard for us to acquire new customers.
Yep.
If the Facebook ads ever go away, it's gonna be hard for us to literally just sleep all day and make money.
Yep.
Like so with Facebook ads, we can literally just sleep all day, and we just still print money all day long, with the right content and the right ads. Just saying, but that's what I was thinking.
I like that.
And I recommend the audience to do that as well, because that really puts you in a great perspective of what you need to be doing to grow your brand.
Yeah, everybody, pause this video, go and do your SWOT analysis, come back, let's get active. All right, so next thing I want to just keep everybody in the loop. We're going to continue to talk about, how to continue to market your brand online. All right, so moving into the next question that I got is really like, can you give me like a few ways that brand owners or entrepreneurs could drive traffic to their site? Because every time I get into class on Mondays inside the university, like those entrepreneurs and those brand owners are struggling with getting people to the site. So like, what's some tactics that they could use?
I mean, I guess you just say what you know, because like I'm literally like I'm so Facebook ad, I'm so pro Facebook ad, it's crazy. I really think that even
no Facebook ad budget right now. So we send somebody that
we
don't.
gonna go back to that, but hold on, we're gonna start with Facebook ads. Like I even think that we gotta produce more content on Facebook ads, because people don't understand that we done spent almost $2 million on Facebook ads, and like we was able to generate so much revenue and acquire so much customers from just like literally posting ads on Facebook and Instagram. Like, so I'm so pro Facebook ad. I just really want to just make so much more videos, so much more things that people can learn from us just about ads. And it's crazy that you're saying no budget, because I like that. Because the first thing people think about is they think that they need a huge budget to start Facebook ads, but you really need to just get yourself in a way where the wheels are turning to where the ads actually paying for itself. So let's just say you actually started off with $500, but you want to spend $3,000 in a month. Like, you ain't gonna spend the whole $500 anyway. You might spend like 50 a day or 100 a day. It's still gonna take anywhere from between 5 to 10 days to spend all that money. But what happened in the 5 to 10 days when you spend that money? You actually making it. So really, the money, like even if you want to spend $5,000 in a month, you technically not gonna come out of your pocket with $5,000 right away. It's really gonna be coming in and out as you making sales with those ads. As long as those ads are really, quote, basically self-liquidating themselves. As you running it is making it, right? So I had to just say that, even for my people that ain't got no money, I'm sorry, but
still give me, because I really want, cool. That's gonna give you that's the supercharge. Give me like two to three little things that they could go execute on today if they ain't have.
Creating content, like we just talked about it, is creating content. It's like, it's gonna be so hard for you to just send 1,000,001 DMs to tell people to click your site, and that's like the worst way of selling. Like, you forcing people to go to a site that they don't even want to go to, or you sending it to somebody that's probably not even in your audience or your niche, right? So I would say like creating organic content is gonna be the best way to drive traffic to your website. Like we said, content equal clicks, clicks equal conversions. If you're not getting conversions, you got to make better content to get more clicks, right? So with that being said, it's like we just talked about a bunch of ways that you could create content, and if you still don't do it, like after watching this video, you not putting yourself in the best position and giving yourself the most opportunity. Really, like even is so many people now that, bro, I remember when we first was talking about email and text message marketing, I promise nobody had a database, because we didn't even have a database. And then we found out how powerful, when we had the database, we wasn't even using it. But it's like I can't tell somebody to go set up an email and a text list if they're not creating content. Like we really set up all of these things around our brand, and like it looks good and looks cool. Oh my gosh, I own a brand now. Oh my gosh, I own this company. But like you're not even making no content that allows you to like get these things paid for. So it'd be people that be having, like I would have said email and text message marketing, but like how can you get traffic to your site from strangers with email and text message marketing if you not even having ways that they giving you their information, their data, their email or their text? That don't make sense. Like only thing out there is content. If you wanna grow your brand online, you gotta create content. It's like nothing else. Like nothing else. Like you could go post it on certain Facebook groups. That's still content. Like it's like you said, content is photos and videos. So the more photos and videos that you put out, the better. And that's exactly how you're gonna be able to get strangers to your site. So now that I talked about email and text message marketing, let's talk to our high level thinkers. Like how important, not even how important, like how much money have email and text messages made us inside of our business once we realize the power.
Yeah, so I mean, we talk about it all the time. If Facebook ads is 50%, I mean the database is probably 30 to 40%. Besides us doing pop-up shops or selling product to stores here and there, but majority of our revenue come from creating content, running Facebook ads, and sending emails and texts to our database along with our app push. So like and we talking, we made $20 million in the last 6 years. So if we saying, 30-40% of that came from our database, that's multiple millions of dollars that's inside of your list. So it's so important to be able to understand how to use that list, how to segment that list, and then even how to automate it. Because it was times where we didn't even know what a flow was, or what a welcome series was, or what a win back series was. And now that you have this data, is other things that you could set up to allow that data to make money for you. Once again, like you said, when you sleep. So when we waking up, we already making $1,000, $2,500 because we set up in the right way. So really understanding your database is going to be very, very important to the success of your brand. And that starts today, because one thing that we realize, and a mistake I want everybody to skip, is start collecting data now. Like when you watching this, realize that once you watch this ain't something that you need to go do in 3 months from now, listening to this. Like this is something that you need to execute on today and immediately, because this could be keeping your brand away from making a sale a day. This could be keeping your brand away from making $10,000 a day. Like this could be keeping your brand from making multiple millions of dollars. And we teach this, every single day pretty much inside of our community because of the importance of it.
And on YouTube, so for free. Like we pretty much got a whole bunch of videos that's free, giving out the best information. And I want to say this because I want everybody that's watching this to allow them to know like how much of value this is. And if they don't know this to this point, like they're really watching the wrong channel, honestly. Yeah. Like this channel is going to create millionaires, not just people making $10,000 a month, but millionaires because of the information that we're giving. And we so transparent, and we really just giving it away. What I want to do now is I actually want to go into some of our comments that we've been seeing on the videos, and not like I love all of the best comments. Majority of our comments is like, man, this was great information, loved it. But then we got some of these other comments that I'm just like, I just be reading, I just be like, what are they talking about? So it's this one comment that somebody came and was like, we not giving no game at all. Like, we talk too much around the point. We not actually saying what we trying to say. And everything that we talked about is literally what you need to know to start growing your business and your brand. And even if this one specific video didn't dive in depth into that one point, it probably was because we want to teach you the foundation of that. So like this video right here, this is pretty much the foundation of marketing. Now, yes, each point you're going to have to dive more into. So when like we were talking about content, hooks, and everything, we could go as low as how to edit the video, what apps to use to edit the video, right? So it could be specific to that. But there's so many videos that we created like that we dive into different things on the channel. So if you're watching this and if you don't think that we giving you great information, please let me know right now in the comments. I want to know so we can actually create more videos and better videos to give you information. Or we should just cut this as a whole and make no more videos at all.
Cool. I got one comment on here that says, don't listen to these dudes. Starting a brand costs more than $120. All right, so I mean, for us, it started with 12 shirts and $120. We went on Uber Print. We ordered 12 shirts. We started flipping those shirts from 12 to 24, 24 to 50, 50 to 0. Ask our mama for some money again. Do it all over again. So, like, our story on starting with $120 is literally true because that's what we did. Now you have to continue to reinvest your money that you made to continue to work and operate your brand. So,
and let's be exact about the product that we started with. Just a t-shirt.
Yeah, it was just a t-shirt.
So it wasn't nothing crazy.
It wasn't sets. It wasn't no hoodie or nothing like that. So and now today people doing pre-order method with $0. So people gonna start saying I started my brand with $0 and I became a multi-millionaire.
And they're gonna be commenting saying, bro, this bro ain't start this dude, this woman ain't start this brand with $0.
One more too, cause they had somebody we was actually talking about the pre-order method for beginners in one of our videos, and this person said, what if they don't even have close friends or family to sell to? They don't hang with too many people. So the exact comment was, what if you're not close with your family and you don't have many friends? Yeah. Because we told them use the friends and family method when doing pre-orders. Exactly. What you got to say about that?
I mean, first thing is anytime somebody tell me a reason why they can't do something, I always say that shouldn't be the first thing that they think about. So, like, if somebody tell you something, like, if the first thing that come to your mind was, I can't do that, of course you can't do it. Like, but what if we said that and it came to your mind and you notice, man, I don't have a lot of friends and family, but I have this. You may go to church and have a church community. You may go to the park or the cigar lounge where you meet other people. You may have a spot that you go to regular that you see people. If you're watching these videos on YouTube, you can't just be somebody that's just never leaving your spot. You got to be doing something. You may have a job. You may have a place where you got to go to work. You have some type of interaction with people throughout your day. So I would say first and foremost, like if somebody tell you something or give you information and you think about it in your world and you like, I can't do this, first don't think about how you can't do it. Start thinking about how you can do it. So think about all the ways you know that that's your reality. Oh man, I don't have friends and family. But don't be quick to give that as a response and make that excuse. Be more quick to be like, all right, I don't have friends and family, but what do I have? Right? And now you allow yourself to open up to a whole new space to be like, man, I could go here. I could go here. And then you might ask the question, hey, guys, what you think about, maybe not start with my friends or my family, but maybe my church community, or just going out and doing it and just sharing back with us. Hey, bro, I didn't, have many friends and family that was able to, invest into the brand, but I got these people to do it. You see what I'm saying? Like, we giving you a strategy, right? Now, if your friends or your family members give you the money, it really don't matter. But the whole strategy is to find people that you can actually talk to and be a little bit more closer with to say, hey, this is the product that I'm releasing. Are you somebody that's willing to invest into this early on so I can actually get started? Unlike going to the internet and showing strangers something completely new and now you doing this crazy big hype pre-order and you not really knowing what you're doing, but you thinking that so many people about to come pre-order and you release this product and you only sell one. And now you like, damn, I got a whole bulk order I got to pay for, but I only sold one. We pretty much trying to give you a strategy that anybody could do. This is what anybody could do. So if you somebody that's already great at content, hey, skip this. But if you somebody who like don't really know at all, like this is just an option.
Now, if you great at content, the stuff that we talking about gonna make you excellent, honestly. Exactly. But speaking of that, like I really want to give them, since we on content, we on, giving them something that they can actually go do. What I want to do is I want to put you on a clock for 60 seconds, and I want you to create a week's worth of content for a brand owner. So somebody that's watching this video probably gonna use Nick's content strategy right now, and I at least want one post a day, and I want you got 60 seconds to create some ideas to give to brand owners to post. All right. So go ahead on, grab your notepad. What we're gonna do right now, I'm gonna give you 60 seconds, and I want you to create a week's worth of content for somebody that's watching this video for them to go out and go execute on.
All right, that's challenging. You ready?
You gonna just say it off the dome?
Yeah, you said 10 pieces?
No, not 10 pieces. I'm giving you 60 seconds, so you could write it down. You could already have it prepared.
I could just go off my
dome.
head.
All right, ready? Set.
To give as many pieces of content?
Come on. All right, yeah. No, not as many pieces. A week's worth.
A week's worth, so
yeah.
7.
7, yeah.
All right, cool, I got you.
Good. Are you ready?
Got you.
A minute, y'all. Ready, set, go.
All right, first I'm giving you 7 pieces of content for the week, and then I'm gonna give you 1 Facebook ad piece of content. So first piece of content could be how this sample is about to turn my company into an 8-figure brand.
50 seconds.
The next thing can be how this look versus what I got.
40
The
seconds.
next thing can be how I made my first sale. The next thing can be how like I went out and didn't make any sales. Another piece of content could
30
be
seconds.
my brand story, and then I could show you Facebook ad is styling the product.
Okay, you got 20 seconds to spare. You gonna give him some bonus?
You got more seconds than that?
More seconds. You got 20, 19, 18. You gonna give him some more sauce or
I
what?
thought it was only 30 seconds.
Oh, it was 60 seconds,
Oh,
Nick.
it was 60 seconds.
12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Photo shoot.
5.
Like, I don't know.
4.
I gave him a lot at the
All right,
beginning.
so
I thought I ran out of
y'all
time.
got a lot. Nick gave y'all a week's worth of content in 60 seconds. So I want, please come back. Let us know if y'all took some of Nick's tips and if some of those content strategies work with you. I got another challenge. We can probably rewind this video and get those strategies back, and then we probably work those strategies in a video and see if they actually work for us, since it was just 60 seconds off the dome.
We're going to go ahead and flip the script. We just gave you like many things that you need to know to grow your brand online, sell products online, market yourself online, marketing online as a whole. But I really want to flip to marketing in person, because I feel like we leave a lot of money on the table because we think that online is all we got, when we made a ton of money and acquired a ton of customers in person, from doing pop-up shops to having a kiosk to getting a pop-up truck to going to colleges to going to games, events. Like, we did plenty things that had our brand in the real world. So I want to transition to talking about, like, if I was somebody that was starting a brand, don't know how to do content, don't know how to market online, like, what's another way I can make sales? And it would be in person. Or what's another way to market myself, my services, all my brand? It would be in person. So the first thing that I want to cover, and you can share some tips on this, is how successful was, or like, how did we even get started in selling in person? Was it the pop-up shop? Was it having just product on you? Like, just give me, even though I know, but give me the walkthrough of like getting started.
So what we call it is gonna be first the backpack. That's gonna be having product on you at all times. That's gonna be popping up. That's gonna be popping the trunk and having product on you. Like, that's gonna be being ready for opportunity. A lot of times brands don't get that traction first getting started in marketing their brand in person because they don't have no product on them. They may meet a celebrity, but it's not likely you're gonna meet a celebrity and he about to go to your website and purchase. But if you got that product on you, you may be to get that picture. You may actually get them to wear it, put it on right there and get the picture. Or you even taking a picture with them holding it up is just as valuable. Once you graduate, you need to start doing consistent pop-up shops. Now you're going to really start to bump up your distribution, which is going to ultimately result in marketing. Because now, instead of selling a few products that you're selling out your bag, you're going to start creating actual experience in different areas. So when we started to go to those pop-up shops, the pop-up actually became marketing, because we started to notice that we're going to put the logo on the table. We're going to have the banners. We're going to have the wristbands. And all of that stuff is marketing our brand and allowing people to, like, take something away or see us from another area, where now they want to know who we are because of like what we actually doing and being in person. They probably seen it on the Facebook ad. They probably seen pictures of it, but now they seeing it in real life. Now what you're able to do is get people actual true feedback, because when you got product online, nobody not gonna tell you, oh, that's bad product, I don't like this design. But or they're not gonna give you even good feedback or critiques that you could make with your brand, with your company, or with your product. But when you're doing these pop-up shops, people gonna actually be able to come and see you, feel your energy, see what type of product you got, give you that actual, you're gonna be able to see what type of people actually come and buy from you. You're gonna be able to start identifying who your true avatar is. Once you graduate from the pop-up shop method, now that's when you really starting to get nitty-gritty, which we call like making sales every single day. And that's going to be through having your own retail locations, which is going to be either having your own or getting inside other retail locations. There's marketing in both of those scenarios. If you have your own store, that's a marketing aspect, because now you are having a physical presence that everybody gonna get to see. How often do you just stop at the Chick-fil-A, the Chipotle, because you seen it on you see it in the sky, or you seeing the signs on the roadway? That's actually marketing for them. That's allowing you to know that that establishment is nearby and you could come and purchase. So for us, it was getting a kiosk though, instead of actually getting a store. And how we was able to market being in person is because now you sitting in the middle of the mall with hundreds and thousands of people. So you being able to put your brand, you being able to put your logo and put yourself in position to make sales every single day while acquiring data.
This is just an opinion right here. Like, why do you think nobody wants to sell in person? Like, I feel like nobody wants to sell in person, but I feel like everybody who go out and sell in person always have the best success, especially when you start in like a kiosk or a store, because they realize exactly what we're talking about. Like I seen a guy had a kiosk, and I commented on it from Activate Your Vision. I had said the kiosk play, and he said, bro, it's been going up ever since. But like, why do you think like people like, you think it's like they lazy? Like why don't people want to go out and sell?
I don't think that it's not that it's lazy. I think that we just spent an hour talking about online marketing because it's such scalability. It's like, you know, you when you think of online, you think of a product being able to be around the whole world. When we start saying a store, when we start saying a pop-up shop, in people's mind, they only think about, oh, that's only a small amount of people. It's limited. I'm only going to be able to make X amount of dollars, so I want to focus online. But not really realizing that building your brand in person is really compounding and helping your online, even within our story. Like, we was killing it in the streets before we was killing it online. And what I mean by that is, like, we was running our 2 for 30 strategies at all the universities, so we had everybody wearing product. And once you are distributing so much product in one area, in the same product, not having 10 different designs, 20 different designs when you getting started, but having 1 or 2 or 3 people able to start saying, dang, I seen that around and I seen that around. When you selling online, you start shipping it from state to state. Nobody not really recognizing that brand just yet, because you got somebody in Texas with it, you got somebody in Georgia with it, you got somebody in Florida with it. But when you go flood your city, when you go flood the pop-up shop, when you go flood that event, everybody's going to be able to have that product on, and you're going to be able to start getting that traction and being able to be noticed and recognized. And then when you start running online ads and when you start creating content, what we saw, people saying, man, I saw this in person. I saw somebody else wearing this. And it was easier for them to trust us and start buying from us online, because really online, when you just getting started, you don't have no trust, and people are very worried from just ordering from sites now. They taking too long, they not getting their products. And so, like, being in person and putting your feet on the ground is how you really start creating that true community for your brand.
Can I talk about something?
Yeah, what you got?
Can I share something? I think that they should understand at this point, go out and sell in person, you're gonna make instant money. Like, it is really the play is the excellent opportunity for somebody who, you know, want to make money right now. But I think that the real thing of what you just had said is the real problem. Like, people actually, they be scared to go outside and sell their product. They nervous on, you know, what they supposed to say, how they look, how to have conversations with strangers.
Sitting behind that booth.
Like, people be nervous of doing that, just like we was. Like, bro, you know how hard it was to try to just sell to somebody that was a stranger. Like, telling them your story, bro, that was hard for us. So like I think that's the real problem. But bruh, it's crazy because we only got here because of the time invested and all of the skills that we actually needed to build this business. Bro, if we go outside right now, I'll sell you a shirt.
Yep.
If we provide original design, branded fashion apparel to urban youth who feel stagnant or trapped by what the environment tells them what they can and cannot do. Hey, we out here promoting our message. This is what product that we have. Hey, if you got any time, check us out. But we'll really appreciate you if you could come support us, whatever it is. Oh, you could tell them, hey, I like your shoes. And you start having a conversation with them and then you tell them about your brand. But whatever you do,
So that's what it is.
please share the story.
I guess we just exposed the game. They're afraid to get out there. So if you at the pop-up shops, you sitting behind your booth instead of being in front of your booth, you know, interacting with people, because this is another thing too. A lot of people do pop-up shops and they expect that it's supposed to be successful just because they popping up, or they went to an event that had a few hundred people. They was expecting that people just was supposed to buy, and that's not the case. You make your brand presentable to buy. Like you said, compliment some people, tell people about your story. You're gonna have to know, you're going to have to understand what your why is when you're selling in person, because that's what's going to make it easier. We talk about our golden circle. We're focusing with the bullet point of why, how, what, instead of speaking from what, how, and why. And transparent, like, what, all right, so even with that, what was one of the things that, like, you saw, like, dang, like, actually, you know, being in person and doing this, like, this is actually working prior to us even making sales online? Like, how did you know that it was working?
How did I know it was working was because we was making money. Like making, I mean, that's, what else am I going to say? Like, we're actually making sales in person. That's the whole goal of it. Like, and when I say making sales, like, we building community, like, through making those sales. Like, because we providing, I mean, it's telling your story. Like, a part of marketing is telling your story. Like, we told you that to make content online, you got to tell your story. One piece of content that you can make online is telling your story. So marketing is telling your story. And however you doing that, you could do that through radio, through photo, through video, through a face-to-face conversation, whatever it is. That's you getting your message out there. And we not saying like we go outside and like, hey, come by. Nah, like that's the exact thing that we're doing. We're marketing to allow those people to come and buy or support whatever we got going. So us telling our story in person is really building true live fans in the future, because they seeing how we got started to seeing where we at now, and that's just growing the community even more and more and more. But the story is what took us over the top every time, no matter if it was in person or if it was online. That's what I would say is how it worked. And like how it worked, I guess that would be the question I was answering at the beginning, is like we was actually making immediate money right then and there. So like we made it a thing to make sure we go pop up every single week, because we was making, like, that was the actual cash flow of the business. Like, bro, when we went pop up each week, we knew we was about to sell a lot of merchandise, bro. Like, we knew we was about to make $2,000 to $3,000 selling merchandise. And that was, at the time, bro, that was a lot for us. Like, and that was us, bro, we really was popping up. That's crazy. Like, we was at least coming home with at least $1,000 every single week. And like, we seen merchandise getting low. You get what I mean? From doing them pop-up shop.
In 2 hours.
Exactly. And we'll be like, man, we got to get more of this. We really was replenishing as we was actually making money. That's crazy, bro.
Hell yeah. But hey, if you've been tuned in with us for this long, I want to say appreciate you. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. All right, what we're going to do, this is the last thing, all right? It's going to be, is a myth breaker. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I want you to tell me if it's true or false, and then just give a brief reason behind that, all right? Cool? All right, so is it a myth that you can effectively market to everybody?
That's false. You can't market to everybody. It's gonna be a specific crowd that you market to, and it might break out of that based on what you're talking about. But I mean, I guess you could market to everybody, but I don't recommend it. Market to one audience and one person, and you'll be fine.
I agree with that. All right, next one.
On one avatar.
Does brand loyalty still exist in the digital age?
Hell yeah. People, bro, like, bro, you been having an Apple iPhone for the last 20 years of your damn life. Like, come on now. Like, I mean, Tesla is growing on people to this day. Like, Tesla building a whole brand community that they think when they see somebody with another Tesla, y'all brothers and sisters, damn near. Brand loyalty is, come on, that's true.
I take this one. Do you need advanced analytic skills to understand marketing metrics?
True. But you say whatever you want.
Come on now. I'm going to say false. You don't
I
need
say
advanced skills because.
Not
like,
advanced skills, but you gotta know numbers. You gotta understand how to read data.
Understand like what you need to be looking at to determine like what you be changing for sure. But you don't need to have advanced skills, I would say. All right, I got this one too.
No, I got one for you. Does negative feedback always hurt a brand reputation?
No, false. I think that sometimes negative pushback can actually enhances that brand. Depending on which you being put in the light for negative for, it still, can affect your brand reputation, yes, but it still could be also a form of marketing and being pushed.
Is paid marketing the only way to gain visibility on your site? So do they have to pay to play?
False.
I'm going with true.
But paying to play will allow you to get a bigger push.
They gonna be mad at me for saying this. Hey, y'all ain't gonna make no money if y'all don't run no ads.
All right, I got one.
Now.
All right, I got one. Can your company become successful without a strong brand identity?
Nah. If the product is a viral product, but then anybody could come in and just knock you off. So I say you could still become super successful without a brand identity if you like a one product store, because people could just come to you and just buy the product to solve that problem, but they necessarily not gonna remember you. So you ain't gonna have no brand loyalty without a brand identity. So people might buy on that one time. You're gonna have a lot of first time buyers. You might make a lot of money in a short period of time, but you're not gonna make a lot of money in a long term, and you're not gonna be able to actually sell this company for real life money and change your life. So I would say you want to have a brand identity so you could have long life value of this company and eventually sell this company for millions of dollars one day.
Yep. Hey, and that's pretty much with all the mid breakers that I had.
Hey, but look, I ain't trying to sell nobody nothing that's watching this video. I personally don't care if you don't buy anything that we do, but if you truly want like transformation in anything that you're doing with growing the brand online and in person, we do a 3-day brand accelerator that we just started, and I promise people been going crazy inside of this accelerator just saying how much we have changed the way they think about this brand. And it's super simple. It's not like we compile all of the most complex information and make it very, very simple and straight to the point. And if you want to get in that environment, I say I had to share. But if you are that person, you've been watching our videos for this long, time to go to the next level.
Yep. I appreciate y'all. I'm Marlon Watts-Coleman, CEO of WRLDINVSN.
Hey, I'm Nicholas Clark Corner, designer of WRLDINVSN.
And we out, baby.
Let's get it.